They are lying, and they are lying about the law. And a campsite should not be lying like that, and they certainly should not be lying about the law. It is not illegal, it's not illegal at all. Yeah, it's not the most inviting of places. Great, isn't it? Cheers. Today we're going to head to Bureside Holiday Park in Norfolk, and we'll check out this holiday park and its facilities. Then we will go for a lovely walk along the River Burr. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Let's start living the dream. So first impressions, people, and it looks pretty good, to be fair. There's two reasonably good size fields and the pitches do look a good size. I'm on pitch J, and then pitch H is over there. So yeah, big pitches, I like that. Yeah, so it's £26 for the night, grass pitch, non-electric. That is for 2 adults, but it's an additional £3 per child. It's a bit of a strange one, that. So yeah, it would be £30 for a family. Now, that is a little bit on the expensive side for a grass pitch with non-electric. Electric is an additional £6. So I was told to turn up, find a pitch, and then call them and someone will come see me. And then when I told them what pitch I'm on, they said, oh, well, we'll come see you at some point, because they're out. So there's 2 fields and 2 toilet blocks, and they did tell me when I phoned and said which pitch I was on that this toilet block is closed, which doesn't really matter to me because there is another toilet block over there, but I probably won't use it anyway. Anyway, let's go check them out then, I suppose, and see what they're like, people. Let's start living the dream. So yeah, this is the other field. Yeah, reasonably good. There was a little park over there for kids. Yeah, and then statics behind me there. So there is absolutely loads of bins here, and they are all good size. Now, a lot of them are quite full, and I can't see any recycle bins. The campsite does close, I think, next week or the end of next week. So, it's probably why they're full, but there are plenty of empty ones and plenty of space in them. Chemical waste point there, plenty good enough. So there are plenty of urinals here, and don't know if that's lime scale on the floor there or not. Plenty of sinks behind me here. The sinks look pretty decent. 3 showers. They are push button, which is always irritating. Showers look pretty decent though, to be fair. Load more sinks here. And then we have a load of cubicles here. Now, the toilets are a bit weird. Well, they look weird because there's no tank behind them. Yeah, strange looking toilets. Make me think of army toilets. I don't know why, but yeah. There are plenty of facilities. They're not the cleanest, but they're not that bad either, to be fair. Yeah, just some lime scale about. The showers look pretty clean, to be fair. And yeah, I mean, they don't look too bad. I think it's just the floor and it sort of like stains a bit, like, I don't know whether that's watermarks or what. But yeah, the floor gets a little bit white there. I assume that's lime scale. And then quite a bit of it around here by the urinals there. So, but other than that, they're not too bad, to be fair. I don't know if they're £30 a night campsite facilities. I would probably say no. Now, I'm not paying £30 a night, but, you know, a family of 4 would be if you had 2 kids. But, yeah, they're not too bad, to be fair. Yeah, laundry and washing up room, just one washing machine and one tumble dryer. Yeah, not the cleanest around these sinks here, but you know, it is what it is. So there is a games room here. Now, it doesn't look the most inviting games room, but hey, who knows? Maybe it will be amazing inside. But yeah, let's check it out. Should be open. Yeah, so you've got a pool table and table tennis. That is it. And yeah, it's not the most inviting of places, but you know, it is good enough, to be fair. And then out here, there is an outdoor swimming pool. Yeah, now the swimming pool is closed. We are in winter. It closed at the end of last month. You do have to pay an additional £3 to use the swimming pool though, when it is open. Can't get out there, so I can't check out the swimming pool, but obviously you can see that it is closed and it is covered. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best looking pool I've ever seen, but you know, it is a swimming pool at the end of the day. So, and yeah, this isn't the best games room, but at the end of the day, it's something for kids, isn't it? So there are no balls or cues for this. But I think you must have to get them from reception when it is open. So yeah, there is a slipway here which is free for campsite users. It's pretty good. And this is where reception is. Now I'm assuming it is closed because the people aren't here at the minute. So there is a fishing lake behind me there. Now I think I did hear the lady in the background when I was on the phone trying to say to let me know that the fishing lake is closed. I wouldn't fish it anyway. Apparently it is well stocked with carp. It does say it is £10 per rod per day. Last time I used to do carp fishing, that was quite expensive, £20 for the day with 2 rods. I'd normally pay about £12 for the day for 2 rods. Now I will admit that was a while ago and prices have changed, so who knows. Now it does actually say on the website that the fishing is for adults only, so yeah, I don't think kids are allowed to fish the lake. Yeah, there is a fair bit on this campsite, to be fair. Yeah, so the campsite is right by the river. Going to go for a river walk in a little while. Yeah, why not? And this is the Weaver's Way, actually, what we're on at the minute. So it does almost run through the campsite. Now the Weaver's Way is a long distance footpath. I think that's Great Yarmouth to Cromer, 63 miles. And parts of it are really nice. Yeah, so we're going to do a bit of that later on anyway. Little park area here for kids with some swings and some sort of climbing framey thing with a slide. Yeah, not bad for the little buggers, I guess. So this is a fairly big campsite. It's actually quite a bit bigger than I thought, to be fair. This field is pretty big. It goes around there behind all those trees. There is a lot of noise in the distance there. I think that's people working on boats. Now there are a few discrepancies with the website though, which I've got to point out. One is the website says there is a pool table and it's 50p. And on the terms and conditions, it says that to play snooker, you have to leave a deposit for the snooker balls and the snooker cues, and then pay £2 an hour on a metered light. Well, all I can find is a pool table with no balls, no slot to insert 50p and no cues, and no metered light in there. So I don't really know what is going on with that. I'm assuming there isn't a snooker table and they were referring to the pool table. And also the fishing lake says £10 per person per rod. But if you look on the terms and conditions, it says £9 per person per rod. Now that's probably just that the price went up and they didn't mention it or didn't change it and didn't realise. But yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. I was hoping that there would be a snooker table, to be honest. I did consider playing for an hour, but I don't think there is. I think that's a mistake. So one thing I'm not happy about with the website is that they are lying, and they are lying about the law. And a campsite should not be lying like that, and they certainly should not be lying about the law. Now, they state on their website that it is illegal to fly a drone over this campsite. Now, I've looked online, and it is not illegal. It's not illegal at all. There is no no-fly zone in this area. The closest no-fly zone is either Norwich or Coltishall, and they are both a long way away. So they're making that up, and they shouldn't be doing that. You can't just make up laws, pretend laws. So what they can do is, because this is their private land, they can tell you that you cannot fly a drone from this land. They're perfectly fine to do that because they own the land, but they have no right or authority to tell you that you can't fly a drone over their land, because you can. You've only got to go online and look. There's no no-fly zone here for drones. So if you want to fly a drone over here, you are perfectly able to without committing any crime, and they shouldn't be saying otherwise. So yeah, I look into all that stuff, people, because I have a drone. Now the reality is, if I was on a campsite and there's people relaxing, would I be flying a drone about? No, because I'm not a jerk and I don't want to disrupt people, and they are a nuisance, aren't they, if you're trying to relax. So I understand why campsites don't want drones flying over their campsites, but you can't lie and tell the public that it is illegal when it's not. So yeah, I've got to get that off my chest, people. They shouldn't be lying about the law. So I'll be honest with you, people, I'm not as bothered as the whole drone thing as I might make out, but you know, I need a good thumbnail and title for the video, don't I? Nobody watches a video if I put, ooh, went to stay on so-and-so campsite and it was great. Nobody cares, they want some action. Well, the weather doesn't really know what to do today, people. Never mind, I know what to do, eh? It's time to get out there and start living the dream. Gonna go for a lovely walk along the River Burr. Let's roll. So I can see Thurn windmill in the distance there. Thurn is not very far at all. I'm not going to go that way because I did that walk in a different video. I went to Thurn, so I'm going to head off this way towards Acle. Not sure what I'm going to do when I get to Acle, we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to go for a nice river walk anyway. Check it out, people. Wow, look at that. This boat is called Diddy. Not sure that's such a great name anymore. So the reason I'm doing this part of the river walk and not the other way towards Fern is because I did Fern in a previous video, but as I've been walking along here, I've recognised a few places that I filmed, and I realised that actually I did a part of this as well anyway when I did the Clippers Be Hall video, which funny enough was the day after I filmed the Fern video. Yeah, so never mind anyway, I'm really enjoying it. Still great to be out. Lovely evening. Yeah, living the dream, people. Living the dream. Gonna walk down to Acle Bridge, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do then. I might just head back because time is getting on, and you know, I did want to cross over the river and go to Upton, little nature area over there, and a nice little church I wanted to go in, but I don't think I'm going to have time, to be honest with you. But yeah, lovely evening. So that's the Acle Bridge behind me there. Yeah, I'm going to head back now. You can walk across the bridge and then carry on the other side along the river for quite some way. That's a nice walk. Or you can actually walk into Acle along a little path as well. Yeah, but yeah, I want to head back because it's going to be dark in about half an hour, and I'm very tired today, very sleep deprived. So I nearly didn't make it out actually. I wasn't going to. I felt too bad, and then I had a few cans of energy drink and then thought, right, let's do it. But I know as soon as it gets dark I'm going to be really tired, so yeah, I'm going to head back. You could probably get here in like 45 minutes maybe. It's hard to say because when you're filming it takes a lot longer, you know, messing about with the camera and everything. But yeah, it's a nice walk anyway. But yeah, you can follow the river a long way further. I think you can follow it all the way into Yarmouth, so yeah, it is a walk. And then yeah, if you were to go this way, you can follow it all the way through to Potter Heigham. So this has been a very quiet walk. I've only bumped into one person just down there a minute ago, and he was very excited to see me. He was like, oh my god, you're the only person I've seen all day. And I thought, yeah, great, innit? Cheers. Nah, to be fair, I might be antisocial, but I'm not rude. I did have a chat with him, he was a nice bloke. But yeah, very nice and quiet walk. Well, I'm back now, people. That's a pretty decent walk. It did get a little bit wet on the way back, but nothing too dramatic. Yeah, gonna cook up some pork belly now. Got some broccoli, cauliflower and sprouts to go in the pan as well. It's gonna be good. This is looking pretty damn fantastic, people. I will add a bit of mayonnaise and a bit of cheese for the vegetables because, you know, I'm on holiday. Why not? And I'm on a high-fat diet, which is amazing. So, yeah. It's going to be good. Can't beat a good bit of pork belly. Well, that went down a treat, people, and I'm going to wash it down with a beer. And as we're back in Norfolk, I've got a Woodford's. Woodford's Admiral's Reserve. Yeah. I've had it before, I'm sure. I can't remember if I liked it. Well, to be honest, I don't think there's a Woodford's that I've had that I didn't like. So I'd imagine I did like it. So I would like to thank a few subscribers who have bought me a beer recently. Thank you, Edward and Amanda. Thank you, Carl Lake. Thank you, Sean and Claire. And thank you, John and Nettie. And as it is the end of the month, I would like to thank my monthly beer suppliers. Thank you, Presley Cook. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Mark and Lisa Horner. Thank you, East. And thank you, Becca Mary. But I would like to thank all of you for watching my videos. I do appreciate everyone for watching the videos. At the moment, a couple of days ago, I passed 5,000 subscribers. And you have no idea how happy I am about that. I never thought that I'd get to 5,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm kind of a bit of a muppet, really. Yeah, I mean, 5,000. I thought I'd, like, struggle to get to 100 and I'd give up. But 5,000, so it's been a really good year for the channel. I'm really pleased and I'm really grateful to all of you who have subscribed. You have no idea how happy I am that you've all subscribed. It means so much, it really does. So, yeah, I hope you all have an amazing 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. Cheers for supporting the channel. Oh, that is good. Yeah, that is a good point. I don't think I've ever had a Woodford's that I didn't like, but that is nice. So, as my little mobile sim router seems to have internet, which I didn't expect on this campsite actually, I'm gonna get the laptop out and watch some YouTube. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for some Malcolm in the Middle. I've recently came across a YouTube channel that does like the best bits of certain characters. So I feel like watching the best of Hal, why not? Yeah.
I don't want to be a hard case here, but these kids physically attacked me. Plus, they completely destroyed a $300 pneumatic drill, which someone's going to pay for.
Well, this all sounds pretty serious.
But don't you worry, Officer Carl. They are going to hear all about it when I get them home.
You see, I'm just sorry that they had to put you through all of this. That's not fair. And I fully intend to pay for...
All right, Kevin, get to the car.
Morning, everyone. Yeah, I slept quite well last night, to be fair. Campsite was lovely and quiet. Now, I am the only one on the camping field, which has been amazing. There is a caravan over there, but I think that's a permanent feature. So yeah, I've enjoyed that. So there's not really any shops or anything nearby. Now, there is a pub in Fern, which is probably only about a 10-minute walk, and that's a nice pub, the Red Lion. And any supermarkets you'd want to go into Acle, that is 4.8 miles by road. Now, you can walk it the way I walked yesterday. And there is a bus stop there, and you can get the bus to Norwich or Great Yarmouth, so that's pretty good. And the other direction, you've got Potter Heigham, and Potter Heigham, you can get the bus to Norwich, Great Yarmouth, Hemsby or North Walsham. That is about 4.4 miles by road, and you can walk that again along the river. Whether that'll be shorter or longer, I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty good. And there is a big, like, Latham's at Potter Heigham, which is like a big store, which is kind of like a QD. I think it's owned by QD, that sort of store. But there are no supermarkets, but there are some shops and bars, pubs, that sort of thing. So I don't mind this campsite, to be fair. I do feel it's a reasonably decent site with a fair bit to offer. I do think it's a little bit expensive really for me, £26, you know, non-electric pitch. And I do feel like it could be improved. Like that games room, you know, just a bit of paint or something, a bit of colour in there would make it a bit more warmer and welcoming. And the pool, it's hard to judge the pool, to be fair. I've got to be fair with that because the pool was covered up and closed. So it obviously is going to look better in summer when it's uncovered, and, you know, if there's a few deck chairs around, it would look, you know, different. So I can't really judge that. But yeah, it's not a bad site, but I just feel it's a little bit pricey for me, and I do feel that it could be improved. Anyway, I'm going to pack up now and head off. If you've enjoyed any of this, like and subscribe to catch me on another adventure. Keep living the dream, and I'll see you soon.